Howdy, 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 my name is Anachi Sasuke, and welcome back to Let's Read Homestuck. On the last episode, Firefox decided to die. Also, Jade had a game with her dog where he ate a bullet, and then he ate a steak, and then she fell asleep. So, sorry, just had some soda. Moving on. Oop. Okay. What's Beck gonna do? Aw. Rose, check self for any mixed atoms with cat. Nope, no mixed atoms. Looks like you and your kitty kept your genes to yourselves. Your new kitty, whose name is... you'll think of one later. Hey, where the heck are you anyway? Let's look around the room. Oh, you're back home. The well-stocked bar and the vantage from the window tells you this is your mom's room. Or at least what you thought was her room. You decide not to be especially melodramatic about this revelation. Watch the meteor impact. Huh, that's funny. Shouldn't that place be unestablished by now? The downpour of smaller meteors has stopped. Oh! There you go. Better get out of here. This room is a powder keg with all this booze lying around. That's a good point. John, get down to business to defeat the Huns. That's going to keep happening, I'm sorry. Suddenly, you are feeling very businessman-like for some reason. You just punched a shitload of cars in anticipation of making a whole lot of cool stuff. This time you didn't foolishly destroy any items, you just looked at the codes for objects you rounded up and punched them on the blank cards. You wonder how much alchemizing you can get away with before Rose gets back. As if she's got any right to tell you what to do with your hard-earned grist. You're the one running around here putting your ass on the line. All she's got to do is mess around with her computer. Anyway, you better hurry. Jade, dream. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto! Excuse me. Mrs. Roboto Domo! Let's see. You are now dreaming. Your dream bond is awake and active. Jade, obliquely foreshadow future through interpretive dance. It's still loading, now it's done. She's still dancing and it's fun. Your silly dance foreshadows nothing and is essentially meaningless, but it sure is a lot of fun. Jade, quick, get into bed. You climb into bed and try to get comfortable, but some sort of invisible force is pressing down on you. A strange feeling of cold, heavy metal. This happens every time you try to get into bed. No wonder you can never get any sleep. Jade, realize you can fly! Rocket Man! There's not much to realize. Of course you can fly. Open the package. Package. You stop all this flying around nonsense and examine John's birthday package. Unfortunately, you cannot open it yet. This package has an important journey to make first. You are planning on delivering it momentarily. Good thing you already know what's inside. Otherwise, you would surely be consumed by curiosity and suspense. You sincerely pity anyone who might be forced to endure such a fate. Months in the past. Snow! Enough for the above weather to be seasonally reconcilable. Syllables. Hey, happy birthday, Jade! Yay! Thank you, John! Smiley face. Ooh, okay, I got your present in the mail just on time. Plus, I sent Rose and Dave's too. Why do you guys' birthdays gotta be all bunched together like that? You're running me ragged. I know, but it's nice of you to think of us all like that. I can't wait for you to see what I got you. I don't want it to spoil or anything, but hopefully it will solve all those problems you've been having lately, mysterious wink. Oh, it was Ghosty Tricker. It was Ghosty Trickster. Get. I'm sure it is great. I can't wait either. It might take a while for it to get here from there, but it will be worth the wait. Oh man, I'm such an idiot. I forgot about how long it takes you to get stuff. Ah! John, it's okay, really. I'm sure it will get to me exactly when it needs to, and it will be a nice surprise when it does. Okay, well, I hope so. Heart. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to tell someone to go away. Oh god, the trolls again. Yup. They've been such a pain in the ass lately. It seems like there's so many. There are either like 50 of these retards or it's one guy with a lot of alt accounts. I've never had any sort of feeling about them or what they want, which is kind of weird. But it seems to me like they're probably all different people and not one guy. I've counted 12. What do they want with us? Some people just like to needle others for some reason, John. It's like a game, I guess. They're like pranksters. Oh, hell no. Shittiest pranksters ever. But I think they are mostly harmless. Every so often they manage to get through my block filter and hassle me. It's been going on for years. Actually, some of them are kind of funny, I think. Oh, wow. What? Years? Okay, well, I'm sick of them. I've been thinking of changing my Pestrum handle to throw them off the trail, so I guess I'm going to do that. Make totems. You've already carved a few totems, but you had to return to the living room for more Crooksite dowels. Your carving work is not nearly complete. Every time you re-enter your room, you shudder at the recent handiwork of some mischievous imps. You just can't turn your back on them for a second. Rotten imps. Those posters were like children to you. Flee room. At long last, you have returned to your bedroom with a stable power supply and internet connection. Vodka Mutini purrs at your side. You suppose you will call it Muty for short. That's quite a totem collection. What are you planning? Oh, whoa, hi, gonna make stuff. Are you okay? Hasn't your house been on fire for like 5 hours now? No, that was the nearby forest, which up until quite recently would have been best described as on fire. But you may be excited to learn that just as recently, my house finally notched that achievement. Wow. Congrats, I guess? Thank you. Have you seen Dave? Nah, his bro's probably busy kicking his ass. That's probably all there is to say on the matter. Okay. I'm gonna start putting this grist to use too. Let's be sparing with the frivolous knick-knack breeding and focus on getting you up to the gate, okay? Yeah, okay, I hear you, but I think we'll have plenty. I've been killing imps all over the house, and now it's lousy with gushers. Gushers? I mean grist. Serves them right for ruining my posters, the bastards. Which posters? Don't you see? My sweet movie posters. Look at them, they're fucking ruined. John? Are you suggesting that imps are responsible for defacing your movie posters? Yeah? Your posters have looked like that ever since I first saw your room, the moment we started playing this game. I thought you had defaced them ironically to mock your father's interests. John? Very funny, Rose! Ha 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 ha! Nice joke, great joke there, Rose! Top of the line, Frank! Ha 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 ha! This is good. Laughter is probably the best way to avoid being especially melodramatic about the revelation. Yes, yes, let's keep this joke going because it is such a good one. Ha ha ha! Oh my! Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh. WV descend. Okay. I guess I don't get to see the words. You cannot descend from the top of your mobile station. The loose cable you gathered up and tied together is not yet long enough to allow you to reach the ground safely. Sorry. You have used all the cable you can find. You will have to come up with another plan. Sacrifice your mayoral sash for more cables. Absolutely not! What, are you crazy? A mayor does not relinquish his mayoral sash under any circumstances ever, period. Purify the temple. That's such a dumb idea. Not as dumb as using your sash, but it comes close. That temple is way too big. You'd probably just end up purifying a chunk of useless boring rock. Wait, what's that? There's something dangling from the top of one of those towers near the temple. Command Serenity to carry the rope to you. She is a tiny insect and cannot possibly lift more than the weight of a pumpkin seed. She does, however, inform you that of what the ledge contains through a series of informative blinks. There is an old rusty harpoon lodged in the crumbling rock. Tied to it is a bunched up jumble of handy cable. It strikes you as convenient. It's almost as if someone knew you would need a bunch of cable, and that you would have a mayoral sash made out of cable, and that you were particularly attached to that mayoral sash, and would stubbornly refuse to use it. Anyone who knew that much would surely possess a special gift. Alas, it seems a bit far-fetched. Get ye rope. Okay, we just established it was a cable and not a rope, but that's okay. You take a hasty swig from one of your delicious pawns and put down. You then quickly adjust the coordinates to purify the jumble of handy cable. To Mr. Mayor! Oh, of course. The time wasn't set to the present moment. Somehow it got reset to a few hundred years ago. It is some sort of present from the past in the present. Attached is an envelope. It looks extremely important. You open the envelope. Inside is a letter and another envelope. This is all highly confusing and you do not know what to make of it. Still, it is obviously critical mayoral business, which you take very seriously and will defend this package with your life. Try to purify the cable again. You set the time to the present and purify the jumble of cable. Take obvious course of action. You tie all the cable together and carefully lower your precious pumpkin bindle. You then rappel down the station with the package, which must not leave your side. Years in the future! Which is to say, the present moment precisely. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun! An aimless renegade prepares for company. Let's see what that is. Caution, 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 caution. Gun! Is that the whole thing? Okay. Build as much as you can, as fast as you can. Okay, while I make some stuff here, can you keep an eye out for imps? Just keep the safe for tub handy or something. It'll serve them right for trashing my posters. I keep telling you the posters were always like that. And I keep telling you, haha, very funny. Here, look. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's look the other one. Okay. Yeah, I saw those, but they didn't look like that before. You must have changed them. Even if I had the motive for such a bizarre and pointless deception, where would I find the time? I don't even have Photoshop. Then why didn't you tell me they were there? I had no reason to think you were not aware of them. I thought they were strange, certainly, but was not struck by any particular impulse to discuss them. Okay, it still doesn't make sense, though. Implying that I drew them a while ago and then forgot and couldn't see them and now suddenly see them? That's stupid. What would that even mean? It looks like you were in your father's room recently. Yeah? And how did it make you feel to discover what was in there? Oh no, I just realized you're going to psychotherapify me. Well, don't bother. Maybe I'm just being a friend? Maybe. I suspiciously. Anyway, I guess you saw what's in there. It's boring and there's not much to even see. That doesn't matter. What matters is how seeing it affected you. I think it clearly has in some way. Well, I don't know. At first I was nervous to go in and find more of his weird clowns because of course they're stupid and I hate them a lot. But then when I didn't see any, it was weird. I felt weirdly, like, disappointed almost. Is it fair to say this changed your perception of your father? Yeah, I guess. Is it such a stretch to conclude it changed your perception of other things as well? No, maybe not. But what are you getting at? It sounds like you're saying I'm crazy. John, alchemize! I don't like to use the word crazy. Oh god, see, this is therapy bullshit! That was a joke! But anyway, whether it means you're crazy or not, consider this theory. A game theory! No, your presumably long-standing tendency for scrawling this imagery is really your subconscious trying to express something disturbing within you. Possibly something from your past, which you have blocked out. And since you've suppressed it, your conscious self cannot acknowledge the drawings, therefore they have been invisible until now. Why now? Perhaps because you've seen evidence that conflicts with the worldview your subconscious has constructed to obfuscate the truth. That your dad is not necessarily the clown-loving maniac you thought he was. All along, this negative attribute buried in your psyche may have been projected onto him and subsequently reviled as a sort of defense mechanism. But this is absurd! My dad loves these shitty clowns! He's got all these statues and paintings everywhere! Is it unthinkable that over the years it was he who believed you were the one with a passion for clowns because of all the strange drawings in your room? A father then embraces a son's hobby to establish a stronger bond, or wages a campaign of passive-aggressive mockery of your interests. Either is plausible. I don't know your dad that well. I don't know, not sure about all this. But I think we need to stop and acknowledge the bunny Sassacre fedora I just made. It's awesome, yeah. Wow, what are you doing, by the way? Bro, sorry to say, but this is all looking kind of silly. I'm trying to spread the upward construction around so there's a more substantial foundation for later on. But I'm starting to wonder if it will be strong enough. It's kind of starting to wobble a bit. I don't think brick chimneys were meant to serve this architectural purpose. Yeah, no shit. I might have to adopt a different building strategy. Stick more to load-bearing walls and blockier shapes, especially since Gris has been easier to come by lately. Okay, but you really must be running low on time by now, right? Right. Strider! Jade, dream up extra arms and play advanced bass solo. Change wardrobe of fire to cycle through Star Heart Horseshoe. Lower Zebra Moons. Pots of golden rainbow and a big red balloon. Okay, good idea. You leave the moon in the cycle cause you like it. Cause you like it. Go explore the Golden City. Noom. Wait. Is her house just shaped? Is her area just shaped like this? Go and make a new friend. Who are you? Who are you? Dog. Mail! Eat letter and envelope. Will you cut that out? You have company. Look behind you. See? Over there. Read the letter. Dear Mr. Mayor, go here. Alright then, let's go here. Gift present. Hooray! Oh, please do this. The freedom of your people depends on it. Your friend, smiley face. Hello? Sword. Gun. Braka, 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 braka. Go to cover. Get in the cover. Also run to cover. Is it going to do it again? Gift present. To Miss Mail Lady! Gracefully fly to the other golden tower. You decide to check on your neighbor. Inspect neighbor's tower. Inside the tower, it is very much like the same as your own. The only difference is that this one is home to a young boy instead of a young girl. You peer through the window. John is of course sound asleep. It looks like he's having troubled dreams as usual. You cannot disturb his slumber though. He will wake when he's ready. Speaking of John, you wonder if he ever got the birthday present you sent him. Or for that matter, if you even remember to send it. Darn! You get so confused sometimes. If only you had a subsystem in place to help you remember things. Your moon is getting very close to Skya. You'd better go inside soon. It is never a good idea to be outside during the eclipse. Maybe you can take the opportunity to log onto your computer and ask John about his present. You just know he'll think it is awesome, and it will be a great way to thank him for the wonderful present he got you. John, alchemize in a 1980s time-lapse montage. That would be pretty cool and would promote the appearance to the audience that a whole lot was getting done in not much time, but it also sounds like a kind of pain in the ass, so you decide to play it straight up this time. Rose has moved the alchemiter back down to the deck while she reworks the building project up there. Just as well because it will save you a lot of legwork. Between this thing, the Designix, and the lathe, there's a whole lot of scrambling around. Recombine hammer and pogo ride. This time, instead of overlapping the two cars which created the pogo hammer, you use the two codes to double punch a blank card, producing a different hole pattern. The result is this hammerhead pogo ride. It doesn't look like it's as much fun as the original ride, but to be fair, it's probably a lot safer. Double punching cars creates patterns with more holes rather than less holes by overlapping cards. This strikes you as a viable method for combining more than two items without whittling down to too few holes or too many. Just mix up the overlaps and double punches and the sky's the limit. Combine ghost shirt and suit. You make the green slime ghost suit. Pretty swanky, but you're not completely satisfied with the wardrobe update yet. Combine ghost suit and wise guy book. You make the wise guy slime suit. This is so much better, and it seems like there are lots of secret trickstery gimmicks concealed in— oh shit, there go the cards! Combine glasses and PDA. Serious business goggles. This is a pretty nice hands-free communication solution, and it makes you look way cooler like one of the kids from Spy Kids or something. God, that was a good movie. Real spies, only smaller. Combine sledgehammer, telescope, and sassacre text. Telescopic sassacrusher. You make the telescopic sassacrusher at pretty considerable expense. This thing could probably pound an ogre into crude burger. Of course, you have no hope of lifting it whatsoever. Combine gushers and blue ectoplasm. New hellacious blue phlegm aneurysm gushers. You mix your gushers with some of the blue slime Nana left on the wall to make a box of hellacious blue phlegm aneurysm gushers with ghostly healing properties. These should be convenient if somewhat unappetizing. Combine fake arm, blue ectoplasm, and PDA. Remote ghost gauntlet. Scroll down. It looks like when you put on the special computer glove, it lets you control the big slimy ghost hand. The ghost gauntlet appears to have a considerably higher lift capacity than your own puny arms. Combine ghost gauntlet and bathroom mirror. Left-handed remote ghost gauntlet. Because you don't see why the hell not. Combine umbrella and straight razor. That is not combining the umbrella and the straight razor. Barber's best friend. It suddenly seems worthwhile for you to go nab the umbrella-kin stripe specimen that's been lying around in the study for a while. Combine gushers and shaving cream. Ew. Betty Crocker Barbasol Balm. You make a deadly Betty Crocker Barbasol bomb. Be careful with that thing, Jesus! Combine Ghost Dad poster with... Okay, you have a cool idea for something to do with your Ghost Dad poster, but it looks like you drew shit all over that one too without realizing it. Lousy goddamn stupid subconscious! Anyway, you have an idea of how to clean it up. Capture log / punch Heath Ledger Joker figurine. If you can somehow subtract the code of the Joker figurine from the code of the poster, it might work. Luckily, the Joker code only has 2 holes, making the task very simple. The defaced Cosby poster shares some of those holes. You determined that the defaced Cosby could only result from a double punching with the Joker if your theory is correct. This means the original Cosby poster had one of those holes punched or the other, or neither, making 3 total possibilities. You try out all 3 possible codes, yielding a potted plant, 1 painting of a horse attacking a football player, and 1 clean Cosby poster. Success! Combine Cosby poster with computer. Oh, I forgot about the Cosby top. You make the Cosby top computer. This thing is probably a useless piece of shit, but making it has caused you to feel an alarming sense of satisfaction. Combine Dad's hat and Problem Sleuth game. Fedora plus candy corn. You make another ordinary fedora with 4 pieces of candy corn inside. Combine hammer and Problem Sleuth game. Whatever this item is, you cannot make it yet. It requires a ludicrous amount of grist, sometimes which you have not even encountered. Does he ever actually succeed in doing this? Combine iron and pogo hammer. You make the wrinkle fucker! The wrinkle fucker is so great. So much sweet loot. You'd almost think it was simultaneously your birthday and Christmas or something. You of course know that is ridiculous and could never conceivably happen. Dave. Strife! Well, that happened. Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologists. Bro just kicked my ass. That's really all there is to say on the matter. That's probably a good stopping point for this part, which I think is part 15? So, in the next episode, apparently Jade is going to pester John. Maybe I should be naming these episodes instead of parts. But I'm already 14 parts in, I might as well just keep going with it. So anyway, thank y'all for sticking around for part 15 of Let's Read Homestuck. And like I said, in the next episode, this shit will happen. And thanks for watching, and y'all have a great day, night, evening, whatever time of day you happen to watch it, have a good one.